I was born in 1516, daughter to King Henry VIII and his first wife Catherine of Aragon. My mother was noble, pious and steadfast, and from her I learned both dignity and devotion. As my father's eldest surviving child, I was once his pride and the hope of England, but when he cast aside my mother to marry Anne Boleyn, the world I knew was shattered. I was declared illegitimate, stripped of my title and made to live apart from my mother until the day she died. I remained faithful to her memory, and to the faith she taught me, the faith of Rome. When my father broke from the Catholic Church and made himself supreme head of the Church of England, I could not follow him. Though it cost me favor, comfort and peace, I held to my conscience. I would not betray the Church that had guided England for 1,000 years. Under my brother King Edward VI, England turned yet further from the old faith. I lived quietly then, practicing my religion in secret, reading my Latin prayers when I could. My brother's ministers urged me to accept their new doctrines. I would not. I was watched, warned, and often feared to be taken from my home. Yet I would not yield. I prayed instead that one day England might return to truth. When Edward died in 1553, I learned that I had been set aside once more. The crown had been offered to my cousin, Lady Jane Grey, a girl of 16, as devout in her Protestant faith as I was in mine. She had been misled by those who sought power through her. Though her cause was unjust, I pitied her, for she had been used as a pawn in the hands of others. I gathered my supporters and marched upon London. The people rose to meet me, not with arms but with open hearts. They saw in me not a usurper, but the rightful daughter of Henry VIII, the true heir to the throne. Within 9 days, Jane's reign was ended, and I was proclaimed Queen of England, the first woman to rule my country in her own right. I came to the throne with one purpose: to restore the faith of my childhood, the faith of my mother and of England's past. I believed, and still believe, that the soul of England had been led astray by pride and heresy. I sought to return her to grace. I restored the authority of the Pope, reopened the monasteries, and repealed the laws that had torn our church apart. Many welcomed these changes, others resisted them fiercely. In time heresy took root again, and I could not let it spread. To deny the true faith is no small sin, and the laws of England demanded punishment. Many who refused to repent were executed, near 300 souls, among them preachers, scholars, even the Archbishop of Canterbury himself, Thomas Cranmer. Their deaths grieved me, yet I believed their souls might yet find mercy. I am called Bloody Mary for those deeds, but I sought not blood, I sought salvation, for England and for them. In 1554 I married Philip of Spain, son of the Emperor, and a prince of devout Catholic faith. I hoped that our union would strengthen the alliance between our nations, and bring forth an heir to secure England's future, but the marriage was unpopular, my people feared foreign rule, and though I longed for a child it was not to be. Twice I believed myself with child, but both hopes proved false. The emptiness that followed was harder to bear than any loss of crown or country. In the end my reign brought trials of its own. In 1558, Calais, England's last possession in France, was lost after more than 2 centuries. That blow struck deeply, for it was the last mark of my father's conquests abroad. When I am dead, I said, you shall find Calais written upon my heart. I know that many of my people grew weary of me, of the burnings, the losses, the Spanish marriage, yet I did what I believed God required. I restored his church in England, and for that I make no apology. My reign was not born of ambition, but of faith. I was a daughter, a queen, and a servant of God, and I sought to lead my people home to him. I am Mary, the first of that name, daughter of Henry and Catherine, rightful Queen of England. I ruled with courage and conviction, though history may judge me harshly. I leave this world with sorrow but not with shame, for I have followed the light as I saw it.